Good afternoon. Our adventures this week are just a little bit different. As you can see, there's no babies in the back. Andrea's not in the passenger seat, and that is because they're behind me. We're on our way up to Fort Hamby, which is in the Wilkesboro area, pretty close to where we were previously at Bandit's Roost. Our plan is to hit the 3 state parks that we missed out on before, take some time on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and see what else we can get into. Coming right now, this is what, September of 2017. Had to make sure I got my month right. And currently, Hurricane Irma is in the Caribbean and working her way up towards us. I am supposed to be going out of town on Monday for work, so Andrea is planning on basically dodging the storm. Her adventure is going to be with me this weekend. Then come Monday, depending on where the storm's going, she's going to go somewhere else to avoid the storm, avoid the winds, until I can come back and meet back up with her and the babies on Thursday, and that'll lead into our adventures next weekend. Yes, we've already got this weekend and next weekend planned, so I'm sure that here in a little bit we'll catch up with her. And I was trying to see, yep, you can barely see the big rolling turd and Luxo in the rear view, but we'll catch up with them here in a little bit. For me, this is definitely a weird scene. Here I am driving on the road. There's Luxo, there's the big rolling turd, and I'm in another car. Very weird, but hey, wave and say hey to Andrea. Something that's become a little difficult here lately with Hurricane Harvey hitting Texas and Hurricane Irma about to hit the U.S. is the fuel resources available to us. There's a lot of gas stations in our area that are either out of fuel or have jacked up the prices. So that's one thing we're having to watch a lot on, is our fuel consumption and how much gas we got on. Actually, on our last trip, which right now can I remember where we went last? That's really sad because that was just last weekend. Oh, DC. We went to DC. It was the start of the lack of fuel in the area. So basically what we've done is, with the Jeep, since it is towing, is getting approximately 14 to 15 miles per gallon, which we thought was terrible, but come to find out it's actually not that bad. But what we're doing is basically, when it gets to a half a tank, we start looking for gas stations. And one thing that's been very helpful so far is the app Gas Buddy. If you haven't heard of it, it is a app where you have it on your phone and you can see what fuel prices are in the area, and actually it tells you if the gas station is out of gas or not. It is updated by every person who actually uses the app and gives real-time numbers. Like for most of the gas stations around here, it was updated around 6 hours ago. So definitely, if you are interested in what is the competitive prices in the area where you're traveling, or if you're in the same situation we are where you don't know if a gas station has gas or not, check out Gas Buddy. It's a free app and we like it so far. We've used it quite a bit on our travels, not just for camping, but also our vacations and everything else. Alright, if you watch our other videos and you see how I'm dressed and where I'm sitting, then you know what's happened. It's the end of the day. We got here at Fort Hamby. It was actually a little bit late. It was about 7:30, almost 8 o'clock before we got here. So we got pulled into the site, got set up really fast right before it got dark. Then we hadn't ate since lunch, so we ran out, got some food, just got back here. We ate. I went and took my shower, which, by the way, the bathhouses here are awesome. But tomorrow we'll do a little tour of the campsite, and the plan for tomorrow is Blue Ridge Parkway, Grandfather Mountain, and Lake James State Park. So if everything goes to plan, 2 more state parks tomorrow. So I think we're going to call it a day, get some rest, watch a movie, and we'll see you in the morning. And good morning. We've actually just left the campsite. We're actually heading to get some breakfast right this second, and then it's off to the parkway. I told you last night what our plans are, which is cruising down the parkway. We got a stop at Grandfather Mountain we're definitely going to make. Also, Lake James State Park. But you know we love our stamps, so there's a couple visitor centers along the parkway we're going to be stopping at to get our stamps and our books. So just sit back and enjoy. This is a little bit of proof that you can't always trust Siri and Google Maps. This is where they told us to go. Oh, to get onto the Blue Ridge Parkway. We're on a gravel road outside of Boone, and honestly, we don't even know where we are. She told us to stop sometime maybe about a half mile ago to get out and walk to our destination, but yeah, there's nowhere to park, so we're not gonna do that. So today is a day of adventures, and this is definitely an adventure. Okay, I'm gonna have to renege on what I said, because we went to the end of the road and we came out at one of those wonderful bridges that you see on the Blue Ridge Parkway that I love so much. Went underneath it and it said Parkway this way. Made the left-hand turn, got up there, and it said our first destination, Moses H. Cone Manor, 1 mile away. So even though it was one of the weirdest ways that it could have sent us, it put us right where we wanted to be, and we are here. So I'm walking down this path, and just up ahead is the Moses H. Cone Manor. We had previously been here, it's been a few weeks, but we got here right after they closed. So we definitely had to come back today, get our stamp, and again, this is the view from the front porch. Well, I'm not at the front porch yet, but you know what I mean. There's a shot of the manor right there, and we'll pan around. Very nice views. We're at one of the overlooks on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and looking at these mountains from the Green Mountain Overlook, you can tell why they're called the Blue Ridge Mountains. I could just look at views like this all day long. If you've never seen Grandfather Mountain, there is a view of it coming around this little bit of trees. And the big reveal, there it is. That's Grandfather Mountain, one of the most known landmarks here in North Carolina. We actually went there 10 years ago, maybe 11 years ago. It's been a while since I've been there, but the drive up here is great, and I love it. And it's 54 degrees right now. Love the weather. We're at the Cove Viaduct Visitor Center, which is right here behind me. If you've ever seen pictures, videos, anything about the Blue Ridge Parkway, then you saw this open side bridge where it's got a great view of the area. I've been on it quite a few times and never knew that's actually what it was called. So it's actually, from where I'm pointing, it's right there. I'm sure back in the 1930s when this parkway was built, it had a whole lot better view. The tree's a little bit overgrown. I'm gonna see if I can get a better view from here, because I know Andrew tried to take some video from the car and it didn't do it justice. So still in the parkway, got a couple more stops we're gonna make on here. I think the next stop is actually the Grandfather Mountain State Park office. So here is the paid entrance to Grandfather Mountain, right here on the right. As I said, we've been here a couple times, but if you're here to do mostly trails, you don't have to do there. You just have to find the other trailheads and actually enter the park from those trails. But if you do want to go up to the swinging bridge and a lot of the ladder trails up the top, you do have to.
They have animal exhibits.
Yeah, they got animal exhibits and everything. So just depending on what you're here to do, look at the map and see what it is you want to do the most to find out if you need to go to the paid side or the unpaid side. Google Maps must have known we were up for an adventure today, because yes, We have more gravel roads. But at least this one is not all potholy. It's actually a good gravel road. So maybe that's why Google Maps actually recognizes these roads as a way you can go. Because see, even cars are on this trail, on this road. All right, so we are at the Boone Fort parking area. We're about to hit the trailhead for the Nuwadi Trail. It's a 1.2 mile easy hike into, see, I forgot what the landmark was, but there's a site there. There's also quite a few campsites, not campgrounds, campsites on the way in. But first we gotta go up here, register, and let them know that we are actually on the trail.